To find higher powers of I, it's going to be helpful to use the table on page 207 and think about how you could remember the pattern. So we'll start by saying, of course, that I equals I. Then next is I squared, which we know is -1. I to the third equals -I, and then I to the fourth equals 1. And then if we keep going, I to the fifth equals I to the sixth equals -1, I to the seventh equals -I, and I to the eighth equals 1. So that pattern of I, -1, -I, 1 continues. So it helps to memorize that because you can use that to come up with higher powers of I. So, and let's do a few more. So if I to the eighth equals 1, I to the ninth would be that 1 times another I, which is just I. I to the 10th would be I to the ninth times I, which would be I squared, which is -1. I to the 11th would be -1 times another I, which would be -I, and I to the 12th would be -I times another I, which would be -I squared, which would equal +1. So we're going to use this as a reference, but it's on page 207. Okay, so let's start with A. I to the 13th. So I know that I to the 12th is 1. So if I say I to the 12th times another I, that would be 1 times I, which is just I. Okay, now let's look at B. I to the 56th. So let's think of maybe I to the 10th. I to the 10th raised to the 5th power would be I to the 50th. And I need 6 more. I to the 6th. So now I to the 10th is -1. So we have -1 to the 5th power times I to the 6th is -1. So now -1 to the 5th power is going to be -1 times -1 gives me a final answer of 1. Let's do a similar thing for I to the 66th. So we change that to I to the 10th raised to the 6th times another I to the 6th. So now I to the 10th is -1 raised to the 6th times I to the 6th is -1. So -1 to the 6th power is +1 times -1 equals -1. And then the last one, we have a negative exponent. So we don't want to keep that negative exponent, so we're going to move it to the bottom. That's 1 over I to the 24th. So let's continue with our idea of our smaller powers. Let's change I to the 24th to be I to the 12th raised to the 2nd. So then I to the 12th is 1. So we have 1 over 1 squared, which would be 1 over 1, which equals 1.